Hey friends, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with me. I am Casey. If you're new here, glad that you're here. We are moving into an arm balance tutorial series and I am super excited about it. I've wanted to do this for a while, so we're getting started with part one today. We're going to be working into crow pose, Bakasana, which is really the foundation for all arm balances. So we're going to do a quick flow just to help get the body ready, and then we'll play around with crow at the end. So you can get started on your back. If you've got a block, you might grab that. If you don't have one, that's okay. If you do have one, just keep it close by. When you get to your back, you can bend your knees, plant your feet hips width apart. Just feel your low belly pull in towards your spine. Feel your low back soften into the mat. Just take a couple of breaths here. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Another giant inhale through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Take one more big breath in, hold it in at the peak. See if you can sip in a little more air, cap it off. And then open your mouth, let it out. Float your lips closed, come back to breathing in and out through your nose. See if you can start to equalize each breath in and each breath out. How connected can you stay to your breath throughout the entire practice? And then if you've got your block, grab it. We'll place it between your inner thighs, inner knees. It can just be on the thinnest option. And cactus or tee out your arms, pull your knees into your chest, and just send your knees to the left. Little twist. Bring your knees back through center, switch sides. Knees come back through center. So get your knees to stack over your hips. Lift your feet to the height of your knees so your legs are in a 90-degree angle. And then arms can root down by your sides if that feels best. But see if you can keep that angle with your knees and just lower your heels to tap your mat. And pull your knees back up to stack on your own with your breath. And if you find, like me, that your low belly is kind of doming, then you might just lower your heels about halfway. Just take a couple more breaths. Inhales to lift, exhales to lower. Last time. Nice. So keep your block, plant your feet, arms root down by your sides. Inhale to lift your hips, bridge. So let your inner thighs wrap down, really squeeze that block between your inner knees. Lengthen your tailbone toward that space between your knees. And then lower your hips bone by bone. When they land, peel your shoulders off the mat, reach your fingertips forward. Let's take a couple of breaths. See if you can lift the bottom tips of your shoulder blades a tiny bit higher. And then lower your shoulders, lift your hips, come back to bridge. Lower your hips, lift your chest. On your own a few more times. If you want even more, you might extend your legs every time you crunch. Think about your navel hugging in towards your spine. Next time you crunch, pause there. If you want even more, legs might extend. Maybe fingertips reach to the sky. Maybe arms by your ears. And then let it go. Pull your knees in, release the block. On your next breath, reach your fingertips to the sky. So keep hugging your knees in, and then think about pressing the sky away with your palms. So extend through your wrists, and then we peel your head, your shoulders off the mat. Dome through the back of your body. See if you can connect your knees somewhere on your arms. So it might be closer to your forearms. Maybe it's your elbows, triceps, armpits. Big toes can stay together. Think about how little of your spine you can get on the mat at once. So this is crow pose on your back. Take one more breath, lift a little higher. And then let it go. Take a breath. Take a few rocks back and forth along your spine, as many times as you need to eventually come up to table. And then when you land there, just take a few rounds of cat-cow, shake it out. Bring some movement into your spine. You might circle through your torso, get into all those tight spaces between your ribs. And then we just start to warm up our wrists a little bit. So keep what you've got, but find some circles around your wrists. So we just move your shoulders to circle around your fingertips. Go in both directions. You might flip your palms. To move my fingertips out to the sides, do the same thing. Just find some circles. Flip your fingertips to face your knees. Maybe just rock back and forward. And then you might flip your palms so the backs of your hands are on the mat. Be really gentle with this one. And maybe go back, forward. Take a couple more breaths. When you're ready, gently release. Sit back on your heels. Just shake out your wrists. Bring some movement into your arms, your fingers. When you're ready, come back to table. And tuck your toes. Lift your knees just halfway. Keep your knees hovering, but can you come back to cat-cow? Heart lifts on your inhale, belly drops. Dome through the back of your body. Tuck your chin. On your own. And on your next breath, send your hips high. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out however you need. Bring some movement into the backs of your legs. Shake out the back of your neck. So on your inhale, roll forward to plank. You can always drop your knees here and then press back, downward facing dog. Inhale rolls you forward to plank. Press back, down dog. Drift forward on your inhale, and this time we'll pause. So knees might drop. Pull your low belly in, wrap your triceps back. And then we're going to play around with retraction and protraction of your shoulders. So at first, let your chest drop and think about your shoulder blades coming together behind your back. And then press the earth away, dome through the back of your body, tuck your chin. Come back to retract your shoulders so your shoulder blades come together behind you, chest might lift, and then press the earth away. Nice, last time. Just kidding, once more. And then find a nice middle ground. So think about pulling your heart through the gateway of your arms. Tailbone tucks. Take one more breath. Send your hips high. Inhale, drift to plank. Lower chaturanga. Elbows pull back. Inner arms graze across your ribs. Heart lifts, cobra or up dog. Downward facing on your exhale. Right leg rises. On your exhale, pull your knee to your nose. Dome through your spine. Inhale, extend. So this time on your exhale, pull your knee to your chest and send your gaze forward. Inhale, lengthen. A couple more times, knee to your nose. Inhale. Exhale, knee to your chest. Look forward. Last time. Meet with your leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Just take a breath. And then pull your knee to your nose. Step between your palms. Back knee drops, arms rise, knee down warrior. Think about getting your arms really straight and strong. Press your biceps a little closer to your ears, triceps wrap forward. And then instead of letting it be passive, a lot of people like to sink into the flexibility of their hips here and just let their belly drop and open up. But see if instead you can let it be passive. Everything cinches in. Press into the sole of your right foot. And then lift your chest, your torso away from your hips. Send your arms out wide. Right arm wraps under your left. Eagle arms. Backs of the hands might press, maybe your palms. Maybe you reach for opposite shoulders. Give yourself a hug. And on your next breath, tuck your back toes if they aren't already. Use your core to lift your back knee, crescent. Inner thighs lengthen away from each other. Outer hips hug in. Can you sink a little deeper into your right thigh? Release your arms, biceps reach by your ears. Interlace your fingers above your head and then flip your palms inside out. Press the sky away. Keep that, but turn your torso to the right. Breathe. Keep your twist. Right fingertips reach back, left reach forward. Think about opening your chest up parallel to the right edge of your mat. And then left hand plants inside your right foot. Right fingertips reach high. Lift your left hip to the height of your right. Turn your toes to the right edge of your mat and come to the knife edge of your back foot. Right foot heel toes floats however it needs to stack on the left. And then right foot can always stagger in front of your left. Maybe big toes press together. Can you reach your right arm by your right ear and wrap your right pinky finger down? Right fingertips go high. Float your hand to plank. Pause there. Just pull your right knee into your chest. Take a breath. Can you bend your elbows 2 inches? Press your arms straight. Step between your hands. Climb up to your fingertips. Take a breath. Pull your low belly in. Tailbone scoops back. And then arms run down by your sides. Palms can face each other, maybe the earth. Sweep your arms by your ears. Take one more breath. Float your fingertips down, pull your legs straight, pyramid pose. Breathe into the back of your right leg. Even if there's a little bend in your right knee, that's perfect. And then shift the weight to your right leg. Left leg goes high, standing split. Outer left hip keeps wrapping down. Square through your hips. Take one more inhale. Left heel lifts. Step it down to meet your right foot. Inhale, half lift. Fold on your exhale. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. Fold on your exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Step to plank or float to bent elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lifts your hips. Left leg goes high. Exhale, knee to your nose. Dome through your back. Sweep it high. Exhale to your chest. Look forward. Sweep it high. Exhale to your nose. Lengthen to your chest. Send it high. Last time. Meet with your leg lengthened. Just for a breath, bend your knees, stack your hips. Pull your knee to your nose. Step between your palms, back knee drops, arms rise. Tailbone drops down, and it's almost like you want to find a little space between the top of your left thigh and your left frontal hip point. Gaze might lift. Send your arms out wide. Left arm goes under your right this time. Whatever variation you have with your arms, can you breathe some space between your shoulder blades? Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. You can keep that slack in your back knee, that's perfect. But maybe you think about lengthening through your back leg by spinning your right inner thigh to the sky. Gently unravel your arms, reach high. Interlace your fingers above your head, opposite way if you can remember. Palms flip inside out, and then twist your torso to the left. Keep that twist, open your arms. Can you soften the tops of your shoulders? Can you sink a little deeper? Right hand plants inside your left foot, left fingertips to the sky. Wrap your right ribs towards your left inner thigh. Activate your right leg. Turn your toes to the left edge of your mat. Shuffle, heel toe, float your left leg back. Side plank. And then left arm by your left ear. Right tricep keeps wrapping back. Left fingertips to the sky. Plant your palm, pause and plank. Left knee pulls into your chest. Look forward. Can you bend your elbows? Press straight. Step between your hands. Climb up to your fingertips. Take a breath. Low belly hugs in. Arms reach down by your sides. So just notice if you're kind of dumping into your low back here. See if instead you can pull your navel in. Scoop your tailbone towards your inner right heel. And then arms reach by your ears. Frame your front foot, pull your legs straight. Back foot can bump forward a little bit if that feels better. shift the weight to your left leg, right leg goes high, standing split. Last breath in, right heel lifts. Step it down to meet your left foot. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, arms rise, chair pose. See if you can sink a little deeper. Take a breath. Fold on your exhale. Just heel toe your feet hips width apart. Can reach for opposite elbows. Put a little bend in your knees. Just come back to your breath. Release what you've got. All right, so we'll play around with crow. If you would like a block, sometimes it can come in handy. If you're newer to the pose, you might step up on the block as you shift your weight into your hands, and I'll demo that too, but just be aware that that's an option for you. Wherever you are, plant your palms, sink your hips low, and then think about your knees moving in towards your armpits. So press into all the knuckles of your fingers. You might even feel your knuckles lift, your middle knuckles. So it's like you're suctioning the earth with your hands. But we're really heavy in the fingertips, the palm, and then just think about lifting so that your weight shifts forward into your hands. And then we'll let the elbows stack over your wrists. And you might be here. This is perfect. Even if your toes are on the mat, think about finding that protraction in your shoulders, just like what we did from plank. Low belly hugs in. Take one more breath, and then release. Sink it back. Take a breath. Maybe stretch out your wrists a little bit, and then come back to plant your palms. So again, it's like chaturanga in your arms. Knees hug in towards your armpits. Weight goes forward. Maybe you pull one heel in towards your glute. Maybe you switch. Maybe both. When you're there, can you really press the earth away with your hands? Can you wrap your triceps toward each other? Can you press the back of your heart up to the sky? Take a breath. Gently release. So if you do need that lift from the block, just place it here. Lowest option is perfect. Step up on it with your feet. Palms plant. Same thing, weight goes forward. Maybe your feet stay on the block. It just gives you a little more space. You might switch, maybe both lift. Can you press up? Can you pull your low belly in? Can you lift your hips? And then let it go. Just send your feet out wide, toes can turn out, heels slightly in, Malasana. Shake out your wrists if you need to. Come back to your breath. So another option, if you are newer to the pose, or even if you're not, you can always grab some pillows, a bolster, blankets, anything cushiony, and set it in front of you. So if you're afraid that you're going to fall forward, you might do that. But wherever you are, when you're up there, think about creating a triangle between your thumbs and your gaze. So your gaze goes slightly forward, just past your fingertips. So if you look forward and really crane your neck, then it's going to be hard to get that lift. If you're looking down towards your fingertips, towards your wrists, you're going to be more likely to fall forward. So just keep that in mind. Your gaze is super important. Just think triangle between your gaze and your hands. So if you've got it in you to play around with it one more time, Think about Malasana. So your knees are really high up in your armpits, palms plant, and then weight starts to go forward. Hips lift. And it's like your shins are almost on your triceps. Maybe one foot lifts, maybe you switch, maybe both. Pull your navel in, press your heart to the sky. And I'm really bringing awareness into all of the knuckles of my hands right now. So I'm kind of shifting the weight around my fingertips with wherever I need to go to balance myself. Take a breath and then let it go. When you're ready, just lay down on your back. Pull your knees in, give yourself a little squeeze. Find some circles through your hips. Circle your knees away from each other. And then switch directions, knees circle in toward. Plant your feet. Hook your right ankle over your left knee. And just in figure 4 for a couple of breaths. You might use your right hand to press your right inner thigh, your right knee away. Keep flexing through your right foot. Send your legs toward the left. So your right foot can plant, right knee goes up toward the sky. Come back through center. Switch your legs, right foot plants, left ankle hooks, flex through your foot. Send your legs to the right. Come back through center. Release what you've got. Plant your feet, lift your hips, bridge. Block can always slide beneath your sacrum, that flat part of your low back, just to let it be passive. But wherever you are, breathe. Gently release. Pull your knees in, give yourself one last squeeze. And then let it go. Shavasana. So feel free to hang out here for as long as you need. There's no rush to get up. But wherever you are, thank you so much for being here with me. And I'll be back soon with the next part. We'll move into a different arm balance. We'll really use this as our foundation to get there. Thanks, y'all. Namaste.